is what it looks like when I'm off. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying a tinted sunscreen right now. Anyway, I don't even know if I want to make this video right now, but I was going to do a skincare routine and I was like, it's boring. I should probably talk about something that is actually interesting. And I realized I haven't talked about how I don't double cleanse anymore, and it's been like 6+ months since I've last double cleansed. And I wanted to talk about that. Can you hear me? Do I need to get my mic? Sometimes when I'm recording, I know that it's cringy and I just hate it so much. There's no turning back, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's kind of hot in here. I just was in the hot tub, which is a whole story in and of itself. Not really, nothing happened there, except this couple kept walking back and forth on a different floor, but they were like looking over the rail, and it looked like they were looking at me, and I was like, okay, can you stop doing that? But this like man kept putting his hands up in the air, like he looked like he was frustrated, and I was like, what are you frustrated about? And he kept like turning back and coming back and like looking over the railing, and then I was like, oh, are you mad that I'm in the hot tub? Because there are multiple hot tubs too. I'm like, are you mad that I'm here? And then he keeps coming back and forth and then goes back in. Him and a woman who knows, could be brother, sister, could be, you don't really ever see brother, sisters hanging out when they're like 60+ years old and gray haired. They could have been anything. It doesn't really matter. But they both came out finally at the end and were looking over the railing, and they were just like, very slowly. I'm like, that's fucking creepy. Speak your mind or forever hold your peace. So today I'm going to do a nighttime routine and attempt to talk about why I don't use oil cleansers anymore or do a double cleanse. So why don't I just get started? It's just like, I thought I might have not have been recording. I'm gonna go in with this Matcha Hydrating Cleanser from B-Lab, which is like a dupe for that other one. What's that other one called? I don't know, I've never tried it. You know what I'm talking about, that other matcha one, but this one's more like balmy. You see it? I'll link everything I'm using in the description if you want to buy it. So yeah, I don't double cleanse, I just go in right with this water-based cleanser. And I'm not married to this one, it was sent to me like a while ago, actually. It's lasted a long time, so that's actually what I like the most about it, is that you only need a little bit. But I just go straight in with a water-based cleanser. The reason, and I try to not block my mouth when I'm talking about it, the reason is that I don't wear waterproof sunscreen anymore. I don't actually even wear that much sunscreen. And I know everyone's gonna be like, or not, like people probably don't give a shit. But I don't wear that much sunscreen, and it's not waterproof, or water resistant rather. The reason why is because I've not tried any water resistant sunscreens that I actually like. And at this point in time, I'm pretty much only using Japanese or Korean sunscreens, because I just think American sunscreens are like, they just are not good. Like, I hate American sunscreens. I don't understand the point of them. If I did have to use an American sunscreen, I would just use a zinc sunscreen. Like, I would not use any of those old school filters, because they're old and they don't work that well. They degrade in sunlight. Like, why would you want something that was photo unstable to protect you from the sun? But I don't wear waterproof sunscreens, and therefore I don't feel I need an oil cleanser, and my skin has not acted, or reacted rather, poorly to that at all. I have not noticed any increase in breakouts. I haven't noticed any, like, my skin hasn't reacted poorly to it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that there's, you know, everyone thinks you really need to go to bed with a fresh face, absolutely nothing from the day, but you're putting on a bunch of product before bed too, sometimes like heavy moisturizers. I'm just like, is that really different from just having sunscreen on? The thing is, like, sunscreen, you might have, if it's on your face, it might have attracted dust or pollutants and stuff, so it makes sense to get that off your face. But isn't just a single cleanse probably adequate, even if it doesn't get everything off? And also, if you haven't worn that much sunscreen throughout the day, and it presumably has already broken up throughout the day, you're fine. You know what I mean? I'm fine, you're fine. I don't wear makeup, and that would be the other case where maybe you'd want to double cleanse this, because makeup is a lot of times waterproof, like mascara and stuff. That, if I did that, I would want to do an oil-based cleanser probably. But yeah, even now I'm just like, I wouldn't waste my money on an oil cleanser. They tend to be more expensive, and I don't think that it's really any better than just doing a single cleanse. Or if you're really paranoid, you could just do two, like go and wash your face 2 times. I typically would not even wash my face this long. I'm just doing it so that I can tell you my story. Also, I just realized that I still have a whole skincare routine to do. I usually will wash my face in the shower. So I'm going to wash my face in the shower. So I still don't use a towel for my body when I get out of the shower, just for my hair, because it's disgusting. I don't like towels. And I've been doing that for the past 2 years, and I just prefer to air dry. Towels are just drying, too drying for the skin. And, you know, I think you already know. Oh, oops. I'm using this until it's done. The Haruharu Sensitive Skin Fragrance Free Toner. So I just try to go right in after, to not really let my face dry too much, prevent transepidermal water loss. It's a way to just keep the most hydration locked into your skin without losing too much water and drying your face out and the rest of your body. So I do that. I also just will use this cheapo lotion I got from Walmart. It's like $2 for this big ass thing of 20 fluid ounces, primarily made of water and glycerin, but I feel like that's good enough. Like, I don't need hyaluronic acid in everything. Like, I don't even truly believe hyaluronic acid is that great, so this is perfect. It has some petrolatum too, so it's just like a good consistency, not too heavy. So I put it on the rest of my body, which I'm not gonna show anyone. I just let myself slowly air dry while I work on my face. Actually, typically I would honestly, every night is different. This is not my skincare routine every night, but it's like more or less the same. So tonight I'm just gonna go in with, is there even anything in that? So I've been also kind of like running out of skincare because people stopped offering it to me because I haven't made any skincare videos lately, and brands are like, ooh, you're actually bad for our image. And so, you know, I'm off to fend for myself like everyone else. But I've been trying to use up everything, so sometimes I'll go in with like a light moisturizer. This is a hyaluronic acid based moisturizer. It's light. It's by Beplain. I don't really remember what else is in there. I truly don't care. And it's really down to the last amount. But, oh fuck. Yeah, that all fell on the floor, unfortunately. Okay, there's still some left, so I'll just go in with this, and I'm not concerned about it blocking the rest of my skincare routine. Like, you know, overall, I'm just not as paranoid as I used to be about all these things. I just think I had too much time on my hands in the past, and I would critically analyze every aspect of my skincare routine. It was just not healthy. But I'll talk about that later, or not later, but in a different time video. So then that kind of prevents the face from drying out while you might be doing something else. But other times, I'll just go in with my next skincare. Hell, I guess I'll just use, here we go. Truthfully, I haven't used this recently, but I was using a different copper peptide formula. This one's 1%, which I don't even know what that means, because these have copper in them and they also have peptides in them. So I think the copper is the one that is in there at 1%, right? But it's the buffet serum from The Ordinary. This isn't opening, but I already used the last one I was using. It was from this other brand. So anyway, a lot of people say this has made a drastic difference to their skin. I can't really say that, but I've used so many products. It's hard to say, was it just the Retin-A, or did all this peptide, I almost said peptides, peptide, copper, did it do anything? Ouch, this hurts, kind of. Did it expire when I was driving cross country in 100-degree weather? Yeah, whatever. I don't get paranoid about my skin slightly tingling anymore. It just means maybe your pH is off. And and it probably will resolve itself. This video is not about this. So back to my double cleanse spiel. Yeah, don't wear water-resistant sunscreen, don't wear makeup, and therefore I feel one pass of water-based cleanser does an adequate job of getting everything off, and you know, the rest is history. I don't go to bed like worried that there's a little bit of sunscreen underneath my nighttime routine. Like, you know, like sunscreen breaks down during the day, so if you don't even use that much, like, it's totally overkill to double cleanse or use an oil-based cleanser. But if you like it and you don't care that it's kind of price gouging, like, you can do it. You can do it. You can watch my video where I double cleansed a melon if you want, just to see what that looks like. It's a little bit easier to see when you experiment on fruit because, you know, the rind of a melon is green, and so you can see that contrast between the tinted sunscreen better on a melon. And you would assume that washing a melon's rind would be easier than the face, so that leaves a lot of questions as well. But yeah, don't even use water resistant. Don't use really anything other than Japanese or Korean sunscreens. And I feel that that's fine. I'm not outside all day, I work inside, and honestly, I'm so busy in the mornings now that I don't even really draw the blinds open until noon or later. And then at that point, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll put on some sunscreen. And yeah, overall, just not really too concerned about it. It's a lot more than I did for the first 27 years of my life. You can't change the past by over applying sunscreen. You just can't. You could use tretinoin or something. Also use vitamin C sometimes. My skin is honestly really, really sensitive to vitamin C, even in 5%. Like, I get irritation above the eyebrow just in random places. So I don't know, I don't use it every day anymore just because I don't feel like my skin can handle it. But I do like this peptide serum, and it's probably just because it's blue. I did a no talking video, which was kind of stupid, but what it taught me, okay, like, I spent extra time massaging everything in that night, and I already had experienced this way in the past where I like tried facial massage and I was like, wow, that actually made my skin look really nice. Like the day after, it was noticeably like brighter and it looked healthier somehow, even possibly more plump. And when I did that night, I used this peptide serum and a bunch of other stuff. And the next day, my skin looked really healthy, like and hydrated, quenched, and all of the other adjectives you would use to describe nice skin these days. Honestly, everyone's confused when it comes to skincare, but there has to be something to it, to like massaging product on your face for a longer time. Like it has to, on some level, increase penetration. Because sometimes, like, I mean, right now my hands are gliding seamlessly across my face. Like, there has to be so much product still just lingering on top of the skin, and I feel like it would just evaporate unless you continue to work it into your skin. But most nights I don't have patience for that, and I don't know, I get bored. Like, I actually don't love doing skincare on myself. Like, it's fun when I'm on camera because it gives me something else to do, like talk. I guess I could talk to myself. I do in my head, I talk to myself a lot, but it's really annoying and more self-deprecating when it's not on camera. Did I already, like, yeah, I think I kind of milked it dry, the whole concept of not double cleansing. I feel like hundreds of people have already made a video about why they don't, but I just haven't been watching skincare videos, so I'm really out of the loop. I don't know if anyone is even gonna watch these anymore, because it's been like months since I even really uploaded a skincare routine, although I probably uploaded my Retin-A skincare routine already at this point, which, by the way, I don't actually know about layering Retin-A with copper or peptides. Well, peptides are fine. I mean, in my opinion, you can do your own research, but for me, like, I just don't worry about that. But with the copper, I'm not really sure. And for me, this is probably something I want to do in another video, is just talk about like how I used to be so paranoid about layering stuff because of all the fear mongering and all of the like opinions. My hair looks like shit probably. All of the opinions out there on YouTube and stuff by like qualified people. I'm like, the fuck does that even mean, qualified? Like what really qualifies you to talk about skincare? Like, do you have to be a cosmetic formulator? Do you have to be a biologist? Do you have to be a stem cell researcher? Do you have to be a chemist? Did I already say that? Or do you have to just be a consumer who's used a shit ton of skincare and like talks about their own experience? I don't really fucking know, but I'm gonna put on my tretinoin now, and I'm like, literally, it's the last drop, which I probably already have said before, but this, I don't know, it's like a never-ending fountain. So I'm just not, I'm not paranoid. And also, once all these ingredients go, this video isn't about that. Someone stop me. Someone stop me. That wasn't a very good snack. So yes, I still use tretinoin for the 5 people who've asked over the past 6 months, because I haven't shown it in every nighttime routine, because one nighttime routine I was just using the products that Stylovana sent me. They have not sent me any more since that video. No shade, just a little. Oh god damn it, this thing is overheating. How do I know if it's still on? Oh, it's because it's blinking at me. So yeah, even with tretinoin, see how I'm putting it around my eyes, by the way? Like, okay, don't do this just off the bat. Obviously, some people's eyelids and under eyes are a lot more sensitive than others, and I am others in this case because my eyes just knock on something. That's fake wood. My eyes don't get irritated from this right now. And I honestly, like, now that I've been using tretinoin every day again, what was I saying? I don't know, whatever. I just do it every day, and I've been doing that for like the past month, and I feel like the wrinkles under my eyes have drastically improved. But I don't think 1 month alone is enough to do that. I've been using it for like 2 years, like I said, so you have to be really patient if you want results from certain ingredients. Actually, like all ingredients, skincare never actually seems like it works because it's like moves at glacial speeds. Anyway, I don't usually massage this long. See how my, it's like still gliding. It's still gliding. It's like all just sitting on the top of the skin, like, I don't know. And it's all gonna evaporate. And then if it doesn't, it's just all mixing together anyway, even if you waited between application like 5 minutes or whatever. It's all just going to go into your skin and then sit in the stratum corneum probably and like not even impact your living skin cells. Like it'll just sit there and hydrate your dead skin and make it maybe look a little bit plump, and then it's just going to be shut out later, or it'll just sit on top and evaporate. So I don't know what I'm saying, but there are those ingredients that have been clinically proven to impact the skin on a deeper level and actually show improvement in the skin. That's more than just surface level, and tretinoin is one of them. Therefore, why is every video that I create a commercial for tretinoin? Like, that's not my job. They probably make a shit ton of money charging $100 per this. Like, are you kidding me? If they put that in a store and labeled it $100, maybe if they created a clever slogan and called it Miracle Broth, they could get away with it. They definitely tried, actually. Yeah, I'd way rather buy that than Miracle Broth or whatever the hell. Sorry, my camera died. But that was the end of that tretinoin piece. And then it didn't die either. It didn't. I'm gonna use this for the rest of my routine. It's the Eucerin Advanced Repair Lotion. I don't like the way I was just speaking. Anyway, it's the Advanced Repair Lotion. It's really no, it's not hydrating. It's really moisturizing. It's really moisturizing. It has urea, which is apparently an AHA. I don't really know if it actually exfoliates on any meaningful level, but it's in there for you. It's the third ingredient down. Glycerin, cetyl alcohol, let's see, blah, 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 shea butter. That's probably why. There's ceramides too, and that's what I was looking for in a relatively affordable moisturizer. I think this thing of 16.9 ounces was $10 at Walmart, which compared to the Equate Beauty seems like a lot, but I think that, you know, I don't know, I've done a lot of research, not a lot, but enough research on ceramides that I feel that it's something that every person who is of a certain age should start incorporating, I don't know, into their skincare routine. Because just the amount that we lose as we age is kind of appalling. So anyway, I like to replenish that skin barrier at night, and then, you know, my fingers probably still have a little bit of residue from the tretinoin on there. I just go in on my neck, and I don't put any on my neck like I already said in my tretinoin video, because my neck's really sensitive, but there's probably a little bit that gets on there, and hopefully that's enough to smooth out some of the lines that I have seen there from a young age. I actually saw a picture of myself from when I was like 14 years old. And I was like, wait, I have necklines when I was 14? And I actually felt better about everything. To be honest, I was like, okay, there's nothing I could have done to prevent that at that point. Like 14 years old is young. Thanks for watching. I kind of forget what the point of this video was, but I hope you got something out of it. If not, why did you watch this long? Take care.